So I showed you in section 3.6, multiplying matrices, how to do everything by hand. I'm going to give you the calculator keystrokes now for some of the bigger matrices that you're going to want to use for your multiplication purposes. So this is 3.6. Multiply matrices, calculator. All right, we're going to do the exact same three samples that you had yesterday in class. So if you look back at your notes, I gave you this matrix, 2, -3, 1, 5. And you're going to times by 1, -4, 3, -2. So remember with your rules, this is a 2 by 2. You're multiplying a 2 by 2 if the number of columns in the first matches the number of rows in the second. Then it is a doable or a definable matrix multiplication. Okay, so this one will work. All right, so let's go to your graphing calculator. What you're going to do is look on the left-hand side, and about halfway down from the top, you see a button that says x to the -1, and directly above that it says the word matrix. So do second matrix, and you should have this screen that pops up. So you have several choices, 1 through 9, of matrices. So you could enter all kinds of different matrices in here. You're predominantly going to be using numbers 1 and 2, representing the A matrix and the B matrix. So whenever you want to enter information, you have to edit and clean out what was in before and put in new numbers. So to get to your edit button, you just have to hit your arrow button to the right twice. So go over to edit, and then we're going to do the A matrix first. So A matrix is choice number 1. Go ahead and hit enter. You should have this screen that shows up now. So it lists matrix number 1, and the first thing that it's asking you for with this little blinker right here, it's asking you what size do you want it to be. So our matrix happened to be a 2 by 2. So hit the 2, enter, and then it'll pop over. Hit 2, enter. So it tells you that it's a 2 by 2, and it automatically pops in the size of what it's going to look like, and it'll put in zeros to default, and then we have to type in the correct numbers that we want. All right, so we wanted the numbers 2, -3. Do them one at a time. 2, enter. Negative, make sure you use the negative sign on the bottom of your calculator. -3, enter. And then it pops to the next row automatically, and you just have to do 1, enter, 5, enter. Oops, go back. 1, enter, not 15, and 5, enter. So that was a good situation of I typed 1, 5, and it didn't hit the enter. So always look at your screen when you're done to make sure that it's the correct numbers that you want in there. 2, -3, and then 1, 5. Okay, so that takes care of the A matrix. We're done with that. Do a second quit to get off that screen. Now go back into your matrix menu, second matrix, arrow over twice to edit. This time arrow down 1 time to choice number 2, which is the B matrix, and hit enter. And now we have to do the same thing. We need to tell it what size we want it to be, which is a 2 by 2, 2, enter, 2, enter, and then we'll type in our numbers. 1, enter, -4, enter, 3, enter, -2, enter. Once you have both of your matrices in, second quit. Now we're going to tell them to multiply to each other. Second matrix. We want the A matrix first, so hit the enter button for number 1, and it just shows up like that, A. Times by, hit the times sign. Pull up your second matrix. We're going to tell it to multiply with B, so arrow down once to the B, hit enter, and your screen should just say A times B. Hit the enter button, and you've got your answer. So if you look back on yesterday's practice, when we did it by hand, we got those exact same answers. -7, -2, 16, and -14. Okay, so that was one of them. Go back to your notes again. We did a 3 by 2 matrix times a 2 by 2 matrix. Look like this: -1, 2, -3, 0, 4, 1. Times by 3, 2, -2, -1. All right, so let's practice with that one. Second matrix, arrow over to edit. This matrix is now 3 by 2. Make sure you change this, 3, enter, 2, enter, and again it automatically gives you the size that you're looking for. -1, 2, -3, 0, 4, 1. You're done with that. Second, quit. Second matrix. Arrow over twice to edit, arrow down once to number 2, hit enter. This one is 2 by 2. Hit your enter button twice to get you to the first row of the numbers. 3, 2, -2, -1. We should be good to go. Second, quit. Second matrix. We want the A matrix, time sign, the B matrix. Arrow down to B, hit enter. A times B, enter. -7, -4, -9, -6, 10, and 7. Okay? So that's just a very quick how-to on your calculator. You could practice with the cost matrix one that we did. You would come up with the exact same thing. So the key is just to make sure you change the matrix size each time. Now when you do this homework, I want to make sure that you practice doing some by hand. First of all, you have to know how to do them by hand, and then when you get to the bigger ones and the cost matrix, definitely use your calculator to help you with those. Okay, there's your matrix multiplication. Thanks.